Hello, everyone. I am Alex, and I'm here with Evan today. We're
Well,
starting our new podcast series called The Random Take, in which we are going to be discussing just some general open topics. There's nothing really too main about this. We're doing literally anything.
right.
Um, this week's episode is going to be episode 1, and it's going to actually be something that's really relevant to us, which is starting a new YouTube channel. So, with that being said, I'm going to set a timer for 20 minutes, and that'll be the amount of time we have to talk about this topic. Hey Siri, set a timer for 20 minutes.
Gotta get Siri talking.
All right, we're good to start. Would you like
Alrighty.
to kick us off?
Yeah. All right. So this topic is, I loved when as soon as you mentioned this topic to me, I immediately started thinking of like when I first thought about making just a YouTube video when I was like 12. And
Oh yeah.
of course, when I was younger, I had no money, no nothing to start out this channel and not make it any good. Um, so like I originally had my channel name, and if any veterans are on my channel that remember the name Dino Gamer 70, that was my YouTube channel name, and I took that to heart, man. Like I loved dinosaurs, and I thought, man, I'm gonna be the best YouTuber, dinosaurs and gaming, two best things ever. And of course, that didn't last very long once I grew up, but yeah, when I started YouTube trying to do YouTube really young, and I didn't obviously have the materials necessary in order to get it done.
Oh yeah. And the same thing for me is definitely true. I started off my very first YouTube channel. It was it was my mom's channel. It was a pretty good channel name. It was just her name with 153. But my prime series, back in the day, I used to watch like a bunch of Nerf wars, like Nerf for
Oh
nothing shit
yeah,
up. I absolutely loved Nerf. I had this big arsenal. I had like a pretty much a little armory set.
right.
I was like about 8 or 10 years old, and I had this buddy who was named Nick. So we started up a series called Alex and Nick Nerf Wars, and dude, we thought we were the hottest shit ever. Like, no edits at all. It was just pure raw recording every time, not a
Right.
single edit. So when we had to reload and grab our ammo, that was shown in the video.
That was just going around picking up darts.
Yep, going around picking up darts and then shooting each other again. And we thought we were pretty hot doing that. We were like, man, dude, this is gonna be a great series. Long story short, it made 4 episodes, never touched it again. Then I tried to do a different idea, right? So I was like, okay, well that didn't work out. I want to do some Halo Mega Blocks mock, which basically what that was is like you set up like a battle and then you just showcase your battle. I looked on YouTube like, okay, there's a decent audience for this.
Mhm.
I really liked Mega Blocks at the time. I really liked Halo. So I was like, okay, well, let me try this out.
I'm gonna stop you for a second, only
Oh,
because when I ever had anytime I had a Mega Bloks Halo, I would always be missing pieces for no reason, and that's why I never trusted Mega Bloks whenever it came to like Halo sets or anything like that. It's just
maybe
yeah, they always I just
maybe
always
you're just losing your pieces.
no, I like never they like didn't have the pieces there, and I was a very organized kid, so I had everything organized out the ass, and I would not like hesitate to make sure I had every single thing, and I could just never find pieces.
I had that issue maybe once or twice, but I have so many sets and so many extra pieces that
There,
I could,
yeah.
just like make do with it.
All right, continue. I was
But yeah, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so with this, the mocks, I was like, man, this is cool. And then I even got a single person who was just like always supporting me. He was like my number one fan. I made a whole video just dedicated to him because it was his birthday, and I was sick. I was like, man, this guy's my number one fan. I gotta show him that I care.
right.
And this is like a little 12-year-old me. Like, I got this. I got this. I can make this some good stuff. I make this giant thing, and then that goes to shit too eventually. Then I started doing stop motions, right?
Hmm.
With my Halo Mega Blocks, making like little tiny movies. And I really thought it was something cool then. Like making all these types of little stop motion videos of the Lego guys attacking each other,
Yeah.
300 pictures later, I thought it was pretty cool,
Only
but
300 pictures?
I made them pretty short. They're like a minute long.
Oh my god. That's why when you said 300 pictures, I'm like, that's like 45 seconds. What is
Yeah, yeah, so they were pretty small. Then that went to crap too. Then I started watching these GI Joe videos of people doing with GI Joe figures. So I tried doing that. Long story short, that went to shit too. And now we're on this channel, and I am taking it a lot more seriously now. Before, like, I made this channel, I believe, in 2014 or 2017.
Jesus.
Um, and I've just been kind of working on this channel. I post every now and then, and I have a lot of videos unlisted on here, and just that are super old, like vaulted videos essentially. And it's a lot of Halo stuff. It's a lot of just miscellaneous gameplay, and just stuff that I just kind of made. Kind
Yeah.
of liked it.
Yeah, and basically just go off of what you've been saying. The things I used to make, and I didn't actually like put them all into private or unlisted until recently because of me wanting to do this channel better. And I remember when I showed you my first like my videos that were up there, and it was of me recording my TV screen playing Call of Duty, and it wasn't like
Oh yeah.
it was with my iPod first off, so it didn't even have a back camera, so I had to face the camera in selfie mode in order to record it. So that it could be recorded. And because I didn't have a computer and I didn't have an Elgato, so I went off the TV screen. Now, mind you, I didn't have a flat screen TV. I had one of those old box TVs, and it was nowhere near HD quality on the TV at all. But I still hooked it up with my Xbox 360 and played what was it? Advanced Warfare, Infected, and stuff like that. Black Ops 2, and I would record that as if I was a serious gamer. Like I really enjoyed doing what I did. And even though I didn't get
Oh yeah, I remember those days.
even though I didn't get a whole lot of like views or anything like that, I enjoyed putting content on my YouTube channel, even though I had like 20 subscribers. And I remember when I made my first 20 subscriber special because I thought that was the greatest achievement ever. And I made a long mobile, it was like a mobile recording of different games that I had on my iPad or my iPod. And it was like a 20-minute video. And I am positive nobody actually watched the whole 20 minutes. But I was happy to just put that video out there. And when you were talking about the whole Nerf situation, I had the same thing. So I had been given an old camcorder from my grandfather, and I was like, "Ooh, this is cool." And then I started thinking, I'm like, "Huh, well maybe I'm just gonna use this like a GoPro." So I ended up taping, like physically taping the camcorder to the side of one of my Nerf guns, as if it was like a first person shooter.
Like a GoPro almost.
Yeah, like just I thought it was like, oh, dude, this is so smart. And that's before I knew what GoPros were. I thought this was exactly what it was, and it was like fake zombies. I made this video.
Well, probably around that time there wasn't any GoPros actually out, so you
Right,
were ahead of
right.
the game.
Yeah, so I had it was a zombie video that I made with Nerf, and it was my little sister and my best friend at the time, and they were acting as zombies. Of course, they didn't know how to act like zombies, so they just like all they did was look like slow walking people, and I was just nailing them with Nerf darts, just because like, and then to kill
Being a
them,
bully.
yeah, and then I guess to fully kill them, I would get out. I didn't even have a fake knife. I went up to them and like as if I had a knife to the on in my hand, I would cut the back of their necks, and I make a little slashing noise with my own voice when I was
Oh yeah.
when I was
I
doing
remember the
that.
own voice sound effects. I
The
did a lot
voice
of
sound
those
effects is
myself.
where it was at because you couldn't do it any other way. At
You didn't know how to.
No,
It
and you had to improvise, man. It was
a
all
lot of improvisation.
yeah, and it was all within the imagination. That's how you got to thinking, "Hey, this is a pretty good video."
Oh yeah, I know that entirely. But I'm gonna go ahead and move us on from our super early to what we're at now. So me and you, we're both in the 70s. You have 79 subscribers right now, I'm pretty sure,
Yep.
and I have 73.
Hmm.
So we're not in really any position to say like, yo, we made it, guys.
Right.
Trust us, we
We're
know what we're
still,
talking about.
dude, we're still climbing, and we'll be forever climbing
Dude,
until
we're
once.
not even at 100 yet.
No, and I'm happy enough to get to 100 just to get my own like URL. That's
Oh
that's
yeah, that's what I want right
that's
now
what I
too.
want, and that's what I'm kind of looking forward to. But once, me and you get to that 1,000 mark, that's when we can surely say that we're getting there. Don't get me wrong, we're getting there now, but we're not getting there,
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
we're
I get
still
exactly what you're
climbing.
saying. But when you started to make a YouTube channel, the hardest part I think for everyone is choosing a name, because you have to pick a name that that you really like. Is the best thing to say, because
Right.
that's what people are looking for when they pick a name.
Exactly.
They want something that they're going to really like.
Yeah.
So if you guys are like making a name for your channel,
Back.
make a YouTube channel, or pick a name for that channel, or say you even have a name and you're trying to find art. This all kind of goes hand in hand, but you want to make sure that it's actually like meaningful to you, I would
Hmm.
say. My channel name, which is Alux, but it's it's basically a spinoff of my name, which is Alex.
Right.
That's
Um,
how that was my intention for it anyway.
Yeah, and I remember when I was talking to my dad about this whole YouTube thing. Of course, he didn't think it was going to go anywhere. But when I originally had my oh my god, I need to Jesus Christ, sorry about that, guys. But when I originally had my Dino Gamer 70 name, obviously that was because I liked video games and I liked dinosaurs. Just like, you know what? Why not? So then once I get a little bit farther into it, and I showed my dad my YouTube, he's like, "You need a better name, man." I was like, "What do you mean? That's perfect." He's like, "I think you want something that will attract people's attention." And then I started finally getting it. So where I got my name from is I had a Dodge Challenger poster on my wall, and I was like, "All right, I want to do something with that," but I couldn't figure out what else to do with it. So I was thinking, huh, why don't I just add an X to the end of it to make it sound cooler? And it eventually just stuck, like Challenger X, like that just eventually stuck, and I still love it to this day.
All right, and mind you that we're 18, 17.
Right, right,
So
right,
we're not anything super special.
right,
We're
right.
still teenagers,
Yeah.
but it's a drive. And something else is with the whole YouTube channel starting it. My big thing is that if you want to start a YouTube channel, right, you don't want to do it when you're too young
Right,
or when you're too old. There's like a certain sweet spot. I'd say that sweet spot's anywhere between 18 to 25
right,
for making a channel. When you are 18 to 25 years old, that is the time of your life where basically it's going to come down to, hey, if I don't want to, you know, work a full-time job or something like that, or hey, if I want to make it big on social media or anything remotely similar to that, now is the time in this 18 to 25 age range where you got to actually like put in the work.
right.
Like you need to start actually working towards your goals and be committed. A big issue, like a super big issue, is that people are not really committed.
No.
They they won't stay true to the schedule. They won't be consistent. They'll give up after like 5 videos because they didn't get the views they wanted,
Right. But it
or
doesn't
after even
it
20 videos.
right. So right now I'm at that 7 video mark. I don't have a lot of views, but I really enjoy it. I'm not in that 18 to 25 range. I'm 17, but I'm almost 18. Um, but I feel if I get really since I'm committed to this, I feel like me and you especially are going to be able to go far if we continue to go with this. And if we're
And yeah,
consistent and everything
and
like
I
that.
and I agree. Anyone can go far. as long as they remain consistent. You
Mm-hmm.
know, we
Consistency
have
is
our
key, honestly.
group, the Amigos, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we have, Alan, and we have Dom.
Right.
Realistically speaking, they both have some learning curves. Alan's actually starting to really enjoy making these videos, and he's
Mm-hmm.
really enjoying Photoshop right now.
Yeah, that's kind of
But
how.
he
Yeah.
works a lot too, which is another thing. So realistically, doing one video a week for him might be challenging. And then Dom, he's 19. He's wants to do a lot of things, and he's definitely going to be trying. But I honestly think that, like, in terms of who's taking it the most seriously right now, not to toot my own horn, but I think that would be almost me. So I'm trying to do 3 videos a week now.
Right.
I know, Evan. I know you're trying.
Yeah. It's the whole.
I
I'm
know you're
trying.
trying.
It's
So
just it. I'm trying, but it's my so far. I've found a lot of issues when it came to my OBS and my
and
editing.
yeah, it's the same issues that Dominic and Alan's been having. Alan's been trying to figure out his audio issues that he's having. Dominic is just trying to figure out everything in terms of recording.
Right, right. I mean, he pushed out a
Um,
video, which I was actually really surprised that he ended up doing.
but yeah, I'm actually surprised too. I'm actually really proud of him for getting a single
I
video
mean,
out.
it's not HD at all, and it's like 360p. But hey, it's a video that nonetheless.
It is a video nonetheless, and we told him like, yo, if you want to join this group, get us at least one video a week, and he did get that one video
But
for this week. But
yeah,
will he get the next week's video out?
right,
Is the real question,
right,
because
and
that's what
yeah,
it comes down to.
yeah. Other than this podcast, I'll be posting this podcast, and I guess I also want to get on basically what you want to do if you're starting on a channel is pick something that you want to do and stick with it. Don't jump around in certain things, otherwise you won't build up a fan base. You told me this
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. So I was talking to another guy. He is a Halo YouTuber, and he had 10,000 subscribers at a point, but he didn't have two-factor authentication on his channel, which is something that you guys all need to make sure you have on your channels, otherwise it can get hacked pretty easily.
Right.
So his channel got hacked. He had a loyal enough fan base where he tweeted out on Twitter like, "Hey guys, I'm going to make a new channel. My other one got hacked." He only had 1,000 people resub to him out of the 10,000 he had. He has 28 videos now, and he's already at 1,000 subscribers again. But he is a Halo YouTuber, and he was telling me, he's like, look, if you want to really make a successful YouTube channel, you want to first get used to uploading, daily or every week on a consistent schedule. Once you have that done and made, you should start to look more into like focusing on a game or like focusing on like series, because if you don't, you're not going to build a fan base that's loyal to that game. There's some YouTubers that hit it off huge with like say them. All right, so say Halo for example again. You have a YouTuber that makes a bunch of videos. He's at 800 subs. He doesn't get a lot of views on what he's been normally updating. He does a modded playthrough on a Halo video, a Halo mod, and he just blows up. He goes from 800 subscribers to 18,000 subscribers, getting 200,000 views, or at least 10,000 views a video for all the Halo ones he does, every Halo video. But he stated that he doesn't really want to do Halo, which is what blew up his channel, which is his entire fan base is Halo fans.
Mm-hmm.
If he doesn't want to do Halo, what ends up happening is that he's going to lose followers, because he's tried to post like some other random videos on his channel that wasn't Halo, and he only got like 1,000 views.
Right.
What compared to like 100,000 or
Mm-hmm.
10,000 views on his other videos.
And I've honestly witnessed this like with bigger YouTubers, like for instance, Wildcat. He for a long time he was a Fortnite YouTuber, which a lot of people loved because at the time Fortnite was a huge thing. And I remember when he tried
Well,
posting.
it's still a huge thing.
Oh no, I'm talking about
It's
like
not
ed,
as
like
huge
yeah,
though.
you know what I mean though. But he ended up trying to post like another video, but it was for a sponsor as well. So it was completely separate to Fortnite. I don't remember what game it was, to be quite honest with you. But like if you were to look at his Fortnite videos and then you were to look at this video, the amount of views and likes and dislikes is astounding. Like how many people just disliked this video because it was not Fortnite and it was not what he was normally posting.
Right.
Like
So
so,
you really like when you're starting to build up your channel, when you're still new, you have time. I'd say until you get to like 500 subs, you have time to just post whatever.
right.
But if you really want to build a fan base, you need to start to focus. For me personally, I'm going to be doing this podcast every Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be different random topics, hence the name The Random Take. Beat Saber on Wednesdays, or just any VR game. Not just Beat Saber, really, but any VR game on Wednesdays. Right now, it's only Beat Saber because I haven't fixed my VR microphone. On Fridays, I'm going to be doing Rainbow Six Siege commentary videos. Uh, maybe Minecraft every once in a while, because I do have one Minecraft video on there, but I need to think realistically of what I want for this channel, and
Right.
Siege is a game that's not super popular or not super dead, so it should be fine to post content on.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I want to do. And with this podcast, I don't know if I'll be able to, but I'm gonna try and push this out by tomorrow. I want to do podcasts on Monday, and then I'll be pushing out a Siege video on Thursday, like every Thursday. And that's kind of what the consistency I want. If I can push out 2 videos a week, I think I'll be pretty golden with consistency wise. If I can just put my schedule around that. Now, with school right now,
Oh yeah, that's another fucker.
yeah, school is going to be a huge thing, especially this is why that age gap from 18 to 25 is also huge, because if you are still in school, it's going to kill your motivation to want to do YouTube. And I've had
Well,
this
same with
happen.
a part-time job,
Well, that as
but
well,
you're going to have a
but
little bit more motivation because you don't want to do that for the rest of your life.
exactly. So it's with school, it's hard to do it because you're there 7 hours a day. I mean, if you're like me and Alex, we're both seniors at this point, and we're both going to be out of school not too long from now.
In
So,
May.
yep, in May. So after that, me and him are probably going to be dedicated to trying to get our YouTubes, just more noticed, I guess. So that's why that 18 to 25 range is very important, because if you are still in school, or if you're planning to go to college, good luck with YouTube. I know there's a lot of YouTubers out there that started in college, which is a great thing, but I would really focus on, if you're planning on going to college, just focus on college and focus on that work, because if you screw up in college, not a whole lot can be happening for you.
Right. Another thing I want to bring up about starting a channel is, when you're making a channel, you want to get some subscribers. You want to find a fan base, essentially, or a quick way to get subscribers right off the bat, so you can get off ground zero.
Right.
Something that I've realized is that asking your friends and family is a great way to get off that ground, but at the same time, realistically, they're not going to be the ones to watch your videos.
Right.
They're kind of just going to subscribe and then nothing else.
It's like, yeah. So you have to pull that fan base just from YouTube itself. That's where you will end up pulling that.
With YouTube, you need to be able to have those subscribers that are going to be like, hey, this isn't actually a good channel. I'm going to support it. And they're going to follow you based off what you do. They have a liking for what you do and what you post. When it comes down to friends, they're probably only subscribing just to support you.
Right.
Which is good, but they're not going to be watching every one of your videos. So you could have like 100 subscribers, but only be getting 3 views.
Uh-huh.
Because you only have 3 really dedicated people to watch that. You don't really have 100 people that are dedicated to watching it. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Or you'll make a viral video, it goes viral, you get your subscribers way up there,
and then they don't watch any more of any of the content you make after you've gone viral.
Or they'll watch some of it, you'll gain some fans from it, obviously.
Well, yeah.
But it's not going to be equal to your subscriber count,
Right.
unless you consistently make viral video after viral video. If that's the
Yeah.
case, then
You're
welcome.
yeah,
You've
you're
made the big
yeah,
leagues.
you made the big leagues at that point, and you're going places, kid. That's basically all I could say.
You quit your job now. You're going full time. Um, Also, speaking of that, motivation for doing a YouTube channel. So, when it comes down to creating a YouTube channel, you have to have a reason to make it. And that reason shouldn't just be to make money off of YouTube.
Yeah.
Because when you think about just making money off of YouTube, if that's your whole goal, you're not going to like it.
No, not
It's
at
going to
all.
be boring. It's going to suck. It's going to be long hours in the back end trying to edit videos together to make it.
And
This needs to be
yeah,
something that you actually enjoy.
and that's what most people don't understand is yeah, YouTube in the long run will make you a lot of money, but if you if it's like if you go to a job and you don't actually enjoy going, like then well that's the point of going. Like you don't enjoy your job, but you need it to make money. Don't treat YouTube as something that it's something they just make easy money off of because in the beginning, it's not going to be easy to make any money. You might make
You don't make money until you have 1,000 subscribers anyway.
yeah, so if you're lucky enough to get to that 1,000 mark, don't think, "Oh, well, I can just up and quit my job now since I'm making money." It's
No.
not that it's not that easy. And what did you say that it's good to start like calling it a full-time job? You remember?
Uh, I would say if you wanted to start calling YouTube a full-time job, like I would say like the qualification mark for a full-time job is like 80 to 100,000 subscribers at that
Right.
point because you should be getting consistent views.
Right.
At like 10,000 subscribers, I'd say it's like a part-time,
Yeah. So,
but not a high-paying part-time, like a
right.
$5 an hour
Oh,
part-time.
and then you have to go through the entire monetization thing because YouTube has its guidelines like packed up tight. So you have to go through that whole monetization process, and it's like it takes so long just to get a single cent out of anything you do if you start, making money off of it. It takes months in order to get your like first few checks.
Well,
That's
not
what
really
I,
months, but
well, no, that's something I kind
the
of
money you get from it won't be a lot.
no, it won't. When you first start out, it's not going to pay off. not
Right.
not well
So Evan, for example, what is your motivation for starting your channel?
because I want to be able to make people laugh. I like being able to have people enjoy something and make something that like betters somebody's day. Like if someone sits there and laughs at one of my videos and then they continue to watch and laugh, I like being able to put that warm feeling in somebody's heart that enjoys something. I want people to enjoy what I do as much as I enjoy what I do.
Right. For me, it was a very large thing of I have never really fully committed to something before. Um, like in terms of like, look, like, sure, I'll do it, or like, type of thing is, yeah, I'll keep doing this. I'll do it. I'll finish my goal, and then I give up.
Right.
I've always like just stopped. For me, I feel like this is a really good way to prove like, hey, look, I'm actually committed to this. I'm going to keep going to my set goal and then probably pass my set goal, which for me, my set goal is to at least have one video a week until May. I
Right.
mean, my channel's not going to end in May.
No, of
I'm
course
going to
not.
keep going, but
As long as you can keep
that's the
your head
goal.
up, yeah, as long as you can keep your head up over that water enough to say, "Hey, I'm actually doing this until May." And if it's still going well, keep going with it.
Right.
Like that's
For me, I've always tried YouTube. I tried YouTube so many times, and it's
right.
always been something that I really want to do.
Same.
It's way into a film entertainment, which is what I initially wanted to do and go to college for, like either film or music.
Hmm.
I tried engineering out, and I'm about to finish my year up with engineering at a career center, and that would be 3 years I've done engineering technology. But the thing is that I don't really think that's going to be my true calling in life, personally.
Right.
I'm always the guy that sits in the engineering class designing logos for people's companies
Right.
on Photoshop because that's what I enjoy doing. You know, sometimes I like making stuff like engraving wood or messing around with the welder, but it's more for me about creating content.
Hmm.
It's always been about how I wanted to make stuff and how I wanted to kind of influence stuff through my creations. It's not really about um, engineering for me when it comes down to that. You know, you look at some of the big YouTubers like Markiplier, whose big thing is I was almost an engineer,
Yeah, he was.
because he was, and then
Yeah,
he decided to drop it and go for YouTube once he had around 200, 300,000 subscribers.
and I've been watching Markiplier since about then. Actually, like I've been watching him for years, and watching him grow makes me want to do the same thing, and just get that successful. I may not go to college and be good at engineering or do anything good with that. I'm not that smart. I know I'm not that smart, but I think if he is able to do it after all the shit he went through and all the shit that I've gone through, I feel like that's one of the things that motivates me is other YouTubers. You know,
Right.
if
You
you
guys
can't
need to find an inspiration in other people,
right, if
especially other YouTubers. But
yeah,
here's the thing. Here's the big thing that I say, and this is why it's a dangerous type of concept to say that, is that you need to find the best thing for that, but you don't want to copy it.
right. You don't want to sit there and copy somebody's work because then it just makes it seem like, hey, you know, I quote unquote got motivation from you, but in reality, you're literally just copying that person like off of their paper. Like
Pretty much.
it's not a good thing. But for sure, it like one of the that thing about finding that someone that motivates you. I mean, there are so many different YouTubers on YouTube that will sit there and will motivate you. Like whether it's they're purposely trying to motivate you or if they're like just doing what they love doing, which is YouTube. And I've watched so many different YouTubers over the years that I have so many different motivations and I have so many different just people that I watch that I want to become. Now, I will never sit there and actually copy them, but I will take you know, what they say and what they might do and put that into my own form of content.
Right. And that's what it comes down to, is that you need to be able to be yourself on this platform. If you're not yourself on this platform, you know, it's not, you're not really doing
It
anything. You're
doesn't
just kind
seem
of
like
sitting
yeah,
there.
it doesn't seem like you're enjoying it. Like I was over at my uncle's house and I was watching my little cousin was watching a video and you could tell this person was forcing their personality to be something that they weren't and was actually really hard to watch. Now, I'm sure it was aimed towards children, but at the same time it was forced. It was like a forced personality almost.
Right. And you don't want to do that.
No, not at all. And it
But
make yeah,
sorry I interrupt you here.
no,
We're now at 33 minutes. So we're gonna probably go ahead and wrap it up here for the first episode. Next episode, for episode 2, we have a topic lined up. It's going to be the topic of school and
yep,
just how school is in general. It's not going to be really relating to YouTube at all. It's just
no.
going to be really about the school system. I don't want to go into it
I
now
don't want to
because
go into it now because
I'm
if
already starting to feel it.
I'm
But
starting to feel that really hard right now.
well, I have definitely some things to say about school, but we're not going to get into that.
Right.
Um, anyway, for the first episode, this is a conclusion pretty much for the Random Take episode 1 on starting a YouTube channel. If this is something that you guys like, please give us a like and a comment down below, and let us know exactly if you want to keep seeing this or not. Even if we don't get any likes or comments, because we are very low subscribed YouTubers,
Yeah.
we're probably going to still keep doing this. This is a very easy way for us to make content every week.
Not to mention,
And
I enjoy talking about certain topics like this. Like
yeah,
I have
certain
so
topics are
yeah,
definitely fun to talk
and I
about.
exactly.
Other than that, guys, have a good one, and thanks for listening to our podcast.
Peace out, guys.